At our daughter's 3-month milestone party, my husband Garrett's so-called best friend publicly humiliated me. Hey Vivian, I heard you're a little loose down there after popping out the kid. If it's that bad, you better get some tightening surgery quick. Don't want to mess up your marriage vibes. Garrett shot her a playful glare and snapped, "Knock it off, Scarlett. You can't just say whatever pops into your head." Then he turned to me with a breezy shrug. She's just like that. Total tomboy. We grew up together. She means no harm. Scarlett shook her half-exposed breast and pouted. Oh, come on, don't take it personally, Vivian. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous of you. See, my problem is the opposite. I'm way too tight. Hurts like hell during my period. No clue who's gonna get lucky with this later. Then she cut her eyes toward Garrett with a playful wink. Oh right, you've tried it before, haven't you? The room went dead silent. Every pair of eyes drifted toward me, barely concealing their curiosity. I smiled, set down my wine glass, and looked at Scarlett with fake concern. That's strange. I don't remember making it that tight when I did your surgery. In the stunned silence, someone finally burst out laughing. Damn, Vivian's got bite. First person I've ever seen shut Scarlett up. Others jumped in, cracking jokes to ease the tension. Garrett seized the moment, sliding an arm around me and murmuring in my ear. Scarlett was just looking out for us. You know how she is. No filter. Why do you have to go at her like that? Then he turned to Scarlett, his voice dripping with indulgent warmth. See what happens when you run your mouth? Vivian shut you right down. Now go apologize. Scarlett swallowed whatever was boiling behind her expression and raised her glass toward me. All right. You got me, Vivian. That mouth of yours is something else. Look, I basically grew up with these guys. We've known each other since we were kids. They talk about anything and everything in front of me. I just got carried away. No hard feelings, okay? One of Garrett's friends rushed to smooth things over. Exactly. Vivian, you're a miracle surgeon. Don't stoop to this tomboy's level. She's basically one of the guys with a push-up bra. Ha! The table erupted again. Scarlett played along, thrusting out her chest. Oh, come on. With a body like this? You guys have been plenty lucky. She turned to me. Vivian, isn't my figure the best you've ever worked on? Garrett gave her a quiet, that's enough. I looked at her sculpted curves, every contour the product of my own hands, and the corner of my mouth twitched. Of course it was the best. I made it. I spoke up again, this time letting my professional tone carry across the room. Scarlett, if you're really experiencing the kind of tightness you described, it could be post-surgical hypertrophic scarring, or perhaps you had a second procedure done elsewhere. Either way, it can cause significant pain and even affect fertility. I'd strongly recommend a follow-up exam. I made sure my voice was loud enough that people at the next table turned to look. Garrett shot to his feet. Vivian, outside, now. The wooden door sealed off the noise from the dining hall. The corridor was much quieter. Garrett yanked at his tie in frustration. What is wrong with you? Accusing her of having surgery in front of all those people? You just humiliated her in front of everyone. I rubbed my reddened wrist where he'd gripped it. She's the one who brought up your private life at our daughter's celebration. And she's the one with no shame? A flash of guilt crossed his face. I knew it. This is about last night. We were drinking, playing truth or dare. We're both doctors. We talk about bodies all the time. It's not like that. I scoffed. Garrett, you're disgusting. His eyes went cold, his jaw tight. Do you have to be so nasty about it? Scarlett's right. You've gotten so difficult since the baby. This is exactly what she was talking about. The words cut deep. I was about to fire back when a shrill, piercing cry erupted from the dining hall. I shoved past Garrett and ran. What I saw when I burst through the doors made my blood boil. Scarlett had Sophie cradled in one arm, a glass of whiskey in the other, tilting the rim toward the baby's tiny mouth. Come on, sweetie, have a taste of the good stuff. Gotta start 'em young. Garrett's buddies were cheering and hollering around them, egging her on. The amber liquid sloshed over the rim and dripped into my daughter's crying mouth. The burn hit instantly. Sophie's wail turned into a terrified, ragged shriek, her little limbs thrashing inside the swaddle. Scarlett just laughed, clamping the baby tighter with her arm as her wrist tipped the glass further down. What are you doing? I slapped her hand away with everything I had. The glass flew from her grip and shattered on the I snatched Sophie into my arms.